All right, so on the back of the page, I want to go over question 2 with you because question 2 can be a little deceptive. Um, so we're still trying to solve for x. We're going to be using method 2, where we are trying to isolate the variable and rewrite both sides so that they have the same base. This is the first time we're coming across a problem where our base is actually a fraction. If you want to try doing this on your own, I recommend stopping this video and trying to do questions 1 and 3, because those may give you some ideas of what to do here. So we know our goal is to get x by itself as much as possible. The best way we can do that is by getting rid of this 2 way out in the front. So you could either divide both sides by 2, or you could multiply both sides by 1/2. Either option is fine. I'm going to choose to multiply both sides by 1/2 because since we have a fraction over here on the right side, it's a little nicer to be working with another fraction rather than trying to divide it by a whole number. So when we do this, 2 times 1/2 will cancel out. So we're left just with 5/3 to the power of x. And on the right side, you could go ahead and multiply these across, but I recommend first trying to simplify your fractions. If you do that, you'll notice that 2 in the denominator can be divided by 2, and 250 in the numerator can also be divided by 2. If we do that, we're left with 125. So on the right side of our equation, we now have 125 over 27. Now our goal is going to be to rewrite this so that it is the fraction 5/3, with the numerator and denominator each being raised to a power. So I like to do this bit by bit. So if I take the numerators, I can cover up the denominators. I am trying to rewrite 25 so that 125 so that it is in base 5. Or sorry, so that it has a base of 5. Once I do that, I'm then trying to rewrite 27 so that it has a base of 3. Well, off on the side, 125, this is the same thing as 5 times 25, which is the same thing as 5 times 5. So we have 5 times 5 times 5. This is going to be the same thing as 5 cubed. And I can do the same thing over here with 27. 27, this is the same thing as 3 times 9, which is the same thing as 3 times 3. So that I have 3 3's multiplied together, so this will be the same thing as 3 cubed. So I can rewrite 125 as 5 cubed, and I can rewrite 27 as 3 cubed. On the left side, I still have 5/3 to the power of x. Now, since the numerator and denominator are both being raised to the same exponent, I can actually rewrite this 5/3 to the power of x with one single exponent of 3 and 5/3 in parentheses. So we have 5/3 in parentheses, all being raised to the power of 3. Now I have the same base on both sides of the equation, so I focus only on the exponent. So I see I have x on this side, 3 on the other side, so I know that x must equal 3. As a note, make sure if your base is a fraction that you keep it within parentheses with the exponent outside. If you were to write it without the parentheses, then it can be difficult to determine if the exponent applies just to the 5 or if it applies to the entire fraction. So with this information, you should be fully equipped to solve the other 3 problems at the bottom of the second page.